What to do when a tenant doesn't pay rent in Washington? Dealing with unpaid rent is a major headache for landlords. If you're in this situation, it's important to handle it correctly to protect your property and your income. I'm Joe Knapp from Gregory Property Management, and we help landlords in Bothell and the surrounding areas navigate challenges like these to keep their rental running smoothly. All right, let's get started. First is to double check your lease and rent grace period. Confirm when rent is officially late according to your lease agreement. Most leases have rent due on the 1st. In Washington, while many landlords offer a grace period, you must ensure that your grace period and late fee policy complies with state and city limits. 2. Send a friendly reminder. A quick text, email, or call can serve as a polite reminder. Sometimes it's just a forgotten check or a bank delay. Keeping the relationship professional and friendly is always the goal. Of course, if it's a repeat issue and goes past the grace period, you'll want to move to the formal process immediately to protect your timeline. 3. Send a non-payment notice. Confirm the rent is definitely unpaid by checking all your portals and bank records. Once confirmed, you should send a formal notice outlining the amount due and any late fees. In Washington, documentation is everything. Keep a strict record of every communication, as this becomes your evidence if you eventually have to go to court. 4. Serve a 14-day pay or vacate notice. If rent still isn't paid, you must issue a formal 14-day pay or vacate notice. This is a state-mandated form that gives the tenant exactly 14 days to pay in full or leave the property. Important, Washington law is very specific about how this notice is served. It usually requires personal delivery, leaving it with a person of suitable age, or posting and mailing. If you don't do this perfectly, your eviction case can end up being dismissed later on. Consider professional property management. If handling unpaid rent feels like a legal minefield, you don't have to do it alone. At Gregory Property Management, we handle the screening, the rent collection, and the legal notices for you. We ensure your property stays profitable without the stress of chasing payments. Get in touch with us today at Gregory Property Management. 5. Move forward with eviction. If the 14 days pass and you haven't received payment, it's time to file for eviction. Follow through. If you say you'll file, do it. Delays only cost you more money. Include anyone on the lease when serving the legal notifications. Because of Washington's complex right to counsel laws and mediation requirements, we always recommend working with an attorney to ensure you follow the process to the letter. By following the correct process, you can protect your property and regain control of your rental unit. Disclaimer: this video is a general overview for educational purposes only and may not reflect the specific conditions or law changes at the time you're watching. It is not a substitute for legal advice. Always consult a licensed attorney. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe. For more landlord tips, head over to gregorypm.com. Thanks for watching.